Hey everybody, it's Mara from the Bennie Barre Pilates studio, back with the next 5 exercises in the classical original Mat Pilates series for March Madness. The first 2 exercises demonstrated here are really intensive for the abdominal muscles as well as the hip flexors. We're starting first with the teaser, perhaps one of the most well-known, recognizable exercises in Pilates. Here, in this full version of the teaser right here, there are many versions, we lift the upper body and the lower body at the same time. Arms reach up overhead, we exhale as we lift up, arms are parallel to the legs, and roll back down. I love the breathing pattern here of inhaling, exhaling as you lift up into that teaser, inhale at the top, and exhale as you come down. We want to make sure that when we're lifting the upper body and the legs together, that we are lifting at the same time and lowering down. Circling the arms back behind to go straight into the hip twist, which hip twist with straight arms is so much more challenging than it looks. We're going to take those legs around in a circle and come right back. If you find this to be simply impossible, come down into the forearms. You will find yourself working like crazy, and having straight arms during the hip twist is so challenging. Lowering down here and moving into a prone position on the stomach for swimming. We're going to lift opposite arm, opposite leg, and we're going to switch with pacing back and forth. If you find it really challenging to stabilize through the pelvis here, then just lift opposite arm, opposite leg, lower down, and then lift on the other side. Pushing up into a plank, we're going to go into the leg pull front. So we're going to hold and stabilize through a plank, and we're going to lift one leg at a time up and back as far as we can while stabilizing through that plank position. You can also modify by coming down with the knees down in this plank and then lifting one leg at a time if you find it impossible to stabilize here without lifting the hips or losing that good plank posture. We also have the leg pull back. So in this exercise, we're in a reverse plank position, and we're going to do the same thing. Lift one foot and then switch to the other side. Very, very challenging and taxing on the shoulders and the triceps. And it's total body integration here for sure. Keep the tops of the feet facing up towards the ceiling rather than letting the feet roll off to the side. Next, we're moving into the side kick kneeling. Very similar to the side kick, only we're up on a knee. Make sure that that knee is right underneath the hip, hand underneath the shoulder, sweep the leg forward and back. This is another exercise that looks like it should be easier than it actually is in practice. Switching to the other side. Make sure that your fingertips are facing out and away and that you don't have your hand turned in a weird position. And try to keep that leg as you're sweeping forward and back. You can take these 2 pulses or a single sweep. Try to keep that leg on a steady, same level plane, no matter how high or low that is. It doesn't take people very long to conclude that Mat Pilates exercises are extremely challenging. It can be very daunting for people to stick with it from a beginner level, and you'll also see that it doesn't take too many repetitions of an exercise. 5 to 8 repetitions is plenty, and you will feel it in your body. Okay, next you'll see me playing with turning these exercises into a flow, or in other words, moving from one exercise with just one repetition directly into the next, and into the next. This can be a great way to challenge yourself and really get the entire body working. So if you need some ideas here for how to turn this into a flow, these exercises are not quite as gracefully put together in a flow here because there's a lot of moving back and forth between position of these 5 exercises, but it is fun and challenging to jump back and forth between these exercises. So out of these 5 today, most people really struggle and really want to master and get better at the teaser and the hip twist. Right here in the upper right-hand corner, you'll see a link for a video that I've done for tips for strengthening your Pilates hip twist and teaser, where we'll be focusing on the core and hip flexors and how to strengthen those exercises. So I hope that you find that helpful. Also, last year for March Madness, I did a video every single day dedicated to a single exercise. If you want to follow along with that, you can check out my playlist for March Madness right here, where you can find all of those March Madness videos and follow along one exercise every single day. If you're just coming to this late at the game at the end of March, guess what? You can do it next month or any month. And if you want to get serious about your Mat Pilates practice and you just don't fully understand the exercises or how to really begin a personal practice, you can join me on Patreon. I have a very inexpensive Mat Pilates tier where I will break down each individual exercise for you and teach you how to do this exercise at any level and build up to an advanced practitioner level. Thanks so much for joining me here at the Bennie Barre Pilates studio. I appreciate your support here at this channel so much. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you hit that button and the notification bell and check out my channel for more Mat Pilates, Pilates Springboard, Barre, and more. If you know someone that may love this channel, be sure to pass it on. And if you want to check out my Patreon account to do online classes with me, check it out. All that information is in the write-up below. Not sure what to watch next? I've got you covered. Here's some other videos that you might like. And I will see you guys next time in the studio.